Previously on FLOSSIN TV.
We are a magazine. We haven't been making a magazine.
I was saying we gotta get a magazine out, and everybody's going, oh, no, really.
But right now the juggling act is getting everything online simultaneously.
It has to be done, and it has to be done properly.
She's been here 15 minutes, and she got the answer to everything already.
Oh, geez, I think I'm on, what, day 18?
Tim Davis is the new sales executive vice president guy.
I don't know jack about this company right now.
I am a club event impresario.
What does that mean? New people, when they come in, they got their work cut out for it.
They're going to lasso something good for you, or they're going to hang themselves.
We're getting misclassified. They're not marketing to urban hip-hop.
Check this out, this Warren G.
What really divides us, oftentimes, is what we think, but not really reality.
What is the definition of urban?
Urban?
Yeah, for you, in your mind.
Urban areas tend to be more diverse, and I think that's what really makes them special.
We're an urban media company. We address the multicultural aspect.
See, I think multicultural really is what you are, and it doesn't necessarily mean the color of your skin. Your culture is created from that, but from also the environment that you live in, the people that you live with.
The multicultural angle absolutely has to exist.
Multicultural. That word, I'm just getting tired of hearing that word all the time.
I looked at the media kit, and I think it's too much in it, that multicultural. And then when we even broke it down by race, you know that's in there. In that second paragraph, we even put down the, is it Asian, Hispanic, Black? Well, I don't think we need to do all that.
Those words are still going to keep coming up every time you go to talk to people. They're going to come up. They're still going to look at the magazine and say, wow, are you urban? Some people say that to me automatically.
I think Shades of Success is a better word than using multicultural.
Shades of Success came from a meeting the other day where we're bringing on somebody that's been with us for a while. Felicia's coming back.
Overall, no matter what you do, from a paperclip factory to owning a boat, you are a shade of success. So I was just like, the tagline, so we can always put it up there. So if they have any question of, well, how do I fit into your issue, read the fine print.
Shades of Success, you know, it sort of made a lot more sense. We got to take a look at how we're going to bridge flossing the word with the content of the magazine. From now on in, we use that on all of our marketing materials, everything. That's significant enough to bridge the gap. That little tidbit of information, man, was a real pearl when she dropped it on the table. And so I'm trying to motivate them to run with that and to get behind that a little bit.
Coming up on FLOSSIN TV.
Come on, man. I ain't accepted that dark African arts and dance.
Mark Victor Hansen, he's definitely a mastermind.
And there probably won't be some people around here. Okay now.
Hi, I'm Tom Potter, Mayor of the City of Portland, and you stay tuned to FLOSSIN for all the great things to come.
The City Hall trip was basically, we got invited down there by my man Charles McGee. A 20-year-old brother that's into politics right now.
What we really wanted to do more than anything was really start a conversation and really to let them know that people in our community really want to come to City Hall and we really want to start having a conversation. And I think even from the poets on down to the conversations that are being had, it really starts as this a catalyst of change that we want to see happen in our city.
As we're in support of young people, we'll encourage and motivate them and support them in any way we can.
Every political movement, every social movement that's ever taken place in the history of the world, it was led by young people. we have the ability to say things that other people cannot say, because after a while, folks start thinking about their pocketbooks. And as young people, we have that freedom to articulate and to believe what we want to believe and to say that.
I thought it was a positive message for the community, you know, everybody all getting together, and, you know, the meet and greet with a lot of our city officials. So it was a really good thing.
We are a magazine. We haven't been making a magazine.
Last issue, Buku said that we ain't making a magazine. Well, you know, we're always making a magazine.
Well, the TV show is the TV show, the magazine is the magazine.
The uniqueness of our magazine is it is print and video. You see, they conceptually got that big piece yet.
I'm not a TV guy. Maybe I will be soon enough.
So let's be honest, how long does a TV show last? Even the longest ones have been 11 years. How long does a magazine last? 50?
Yeah, but is FLOSSIN
50,
TV just
60?
the making of a magazine, or is it going to roll into something
Oh,
else?
sure.
Is it
That's a
gonna
good
be
point.
The making of
You know,
That's a good point.
I understand it. You know, one thing goes with the other, but in my opinion, we've been making a TV show about thinking about making a magazine. Now we're finally getting down to working.
When it's all said and done, we all come to the table and decide what we want to run with.
Yeah, just at least let's get them to
We
the
can
table.
post them up on the website and we can all look at them. This is the tool to help us see what we have and what we don't have.
This is when everyone has to bear down, and you got to get editing going on, you got to get proofreading, you got to get research that's down, and you got to get pictures that coincide with the stories, and you got to start doing layout and all of that. That's crunch time. And in crunch time, that requires everybody to pull together in a team effort to be able to produce that product.
Schedule is going to be made. The writers are going to get the changes and make the comparisons, and then everything's going to be posted as final.
And we're
proofs. My name is Tony.
Tony got skills. I mean, talking to Tony, I really think she knows what she's doing. She's very analytical.
I was asked to come here to put some systems in place and to, in Bubba's words, connect the dots. And I have a very busy schedule, so excuse me, I gotta get food.
What Tony has done since she's been here is that she's encouraged and motivated and got that thing on track more so than anybody that's been here yet.
So as of right now, Creative, you have 3 minutes left of your time.
I look at her as a general manager, and when I look at the org chart, I mean, you know, people are like, well, what does she do here? And I'm like, everything. She manages the company. She is John when John's not here.
I keep track of the staff. I have to know what everybody's doing at every moment of the day. So needless to say, I'm not the one everybody's friends with, because I can be pretty demanding.
Tony keeps order that has not been there in the past. I like that.
All right, interview over.
Tony. Okay, Tony. At first. Okay, Tony.
Still to come on FLOSSIN TV.
Do you know what he said at the Last Supper? He said, everyone who wants to get a picture, get in this side.
We're going to handle this business or somebody else going to handle it for you.
Taught out here for a pill.
I don't pimp hoes, I pimp clothes.
We need to be there, and we're not.
Some people don't fit, man.
The story of most millionaires is they lose their first 2 or 3 millions. You know, they blow it out, every one of them, because it's a learning curve, because pretty soon we all start to drink our own bathwater. Male or female, doesn't matter.
Mark Victor Hansen, he's definitely a mastermind.
An entrepreneur takes something from a low value and makes it a high value, which is what I teach, because entrepreneurship, you know, spiritually, mentally, and physically is a hope for the whole planet as far as I'm concerned. Who's going to win in life? Somebody high energy or low energy? And if you're going to be CEO or a top salesperson or a female leader or a visionary leader, you got to have high energy, because they're going to reflect off your energy. So your input is positive, then your output's going to be positive.
His mouth and his mind move so fast, and although he appears to be all over the place, he always comes back and connects us.
You start with intention, but you go to inspiration, and then the stuff comes to you and through you. Because all of us are born over-endowed with 18 billion brain cells, and most of us don't give ourselves anything to do. And if you don't give yourself something positive to do, then you do something negative.
This is a guy who is in the Guinness Book of World Records for selling the most non-fiction books ever.
You're supposed to have a lot of goals because prosperity in Latin means to be in the flow. And most people go, gosh, I got a new car. Now what do I do? I got married. Now what do I do? And no, you're not supposed to get married and stop, or get a car and stop, or I just graduated. I got a bachelor's degree or an AA or a DA or a DDS or whatever the heck you got. What I teach is size your question, determine the size of your result. So if you keep saying, all I want to do is earn 50 cents an hour, 50 cents an hour, 50 cents an hour, you stay stupid and broke.
So many people are looking to be successful, and they're thinking it's because they have to have more education, because they have to be, around the right people, and because they have to have the right kind of experience. Although those things are important, the attitude is the most important thing.
You got to have a dream, and it's got to be bigger than you, and it's got to be something you're passionate about, something that's, it's going to be long-lived. Number two is you got to have a team, so you put it in place so the team keeps going. Number three is that it's got to create multiple streams of both residual income and then residual philanthropy or charity or tithing.
The attitude of giving and making contribution is the first component to being successful, not the last. And when we talk to all these CEOs and all these people who are successful, we notice the same commonality, and that commonality is the giving spirit in each and every one of them.
What about this hip-hop thing, man? The power of hip-hop. How are we going to nurture? I mean, because to me, it's like getting out of control. How are we going to take it and interject something?
Out of control on what level?
Because it's if you look at it, man, it's all the same, pretty much. They took Black on Black Crime and put it on wax CD. Sold it.
I think that hip-hop needs to be attacked. I think that anything that moves off track and it begins to create negative product or negative byproduct needs to be addressed and confronted.
It's not hip-hop.
Thank you. That's what I was gonna say, dude. We can't say it's the song.
It's not the song. You make a rap song and you true to your art form, all you can talk about is what goes on around you.
But when does it stop?
It's never gonna stop. Timing.
It's up to us to stop it.
In some ways, hip-hop has been in denial for the last 5 years about the byproduct of what hip-hop is all about.
What do? We have the power. We have the control, yo.
I gotta answer for that.
We can't let darkness cover the light, man. Come on, man. I ain't accepting that dark.
Negative perception is that in order for us to be successful, we have to be pimps, drug dealers. We need to be, all these other negative things. And so they give us an Oscar on something like that instead of something more positive.
We had a big discussion in the office about the Oscars.
The way we look at pimp thing now is not the way our uncles and grandfathers and all them looked at it. I mean, to me, a pimp is just a salesman, a person that's trying to eat. It doesn't mean they're pimping they pimping girls. They could be pimping cars, clothes. I'm a fashion pimp. That's where I look at it. I don't pimp hoes. I pimp clothes.
My man Tony Styles, he's a fashion designer. He have one of his products is called Pimpish.
I say P-I-M-P. Powerful, independent, making paper.
The English language is the only one that has 101 interpretations for one word.
It seems that we're always taking these words that's been viewed as negative, and we're trying to twist the meaning, definition by breaking it down to try to say this is what the meaning of it is now.
When you come up with a cause or something that you believe in, you will spend all your time and your energy in order to help that message get across. And if that's what you want to do, then that's your opinion. If you do happen to get your message across and you happen to change people's perception of what hood means or what pimp means, If you do change that perception, that's something huge.
The difference of the type of business people today in the urban demographic doing business versus the conservative type. It doesn't mean that because a cat comes to work with his hat on like I do in a sweatsuit mean that they ain't $1 million people. They doing big business. I mean, if you got something solid inside of you and if you stand for something, I don't care what you wearing. It's gonna personify itself. It's gonna show that. These people also need to have content written on their behalf. And see, that was where the light went on for me.
That's something that was a new awakening for me, and that's what I'm learning here. Is that there's different walks of life, different lifestyles.
I'm understanding, and this is why I'm here. I took this job to learn from John. I wanted to get a new perspective on things. I could go work in corporate America? Yeah. I've been there. I don't want to be there anymore. What I'm learning here is something drastically different.
The average businessman, you cannot pick them out of a crowd. These people work hard, they own businesses, If they show up in a sweatsuit with their hat on sideways, it doesn't mean that they've got 10 cents in their pocket or $10,000 in their pocket. You cannot tell. We need to seek these people out, align ourselves with this group of people, and talk to this group of people.
Most of these other entities that are earmarking success is earmarking it for a conservative constituency. But the data urban businessman is not that businessman. These cats know when to put on a suit, when not to put on a suit. But what's unique is that nothing is feeding them, supporting their way of doing what it is that they're doing.
Stay tuned for more FLOSSIN TV.
It never fails. You know, in the magazine, crunch time is tough on everybody. I don't want people to believe that FLOSSIN is just one of them frivolous magazines.
The Hollywood, that's all a joke to me, you feel me?
Oh, crap.
With all reality TV programs, there are people that is coming and there are people that are going. And what I mean by that is some people don't fit, man.
People out here in the nation in TV land, I'm sitting up on this yacht, Sail Scavari. Sitting out here in the beautiful port of Portland, Oregon. You see the backdrop of the city, and that's my yacht right over here. I don't know if you can see it right now. I'm not the captain of it yet, but I will be soon.
You know, Keith shows me all kinds of senses of narcissism.
Keith Weldon, K-Ski, that's what they call me, baby. That's K-S-K-I. K-Ski. So I'm doing any parties that I touch, it's gonna be like gold and platinum. You feel me? That's why I like the cameras around, baby. Peace.
The Hollywood, that's all a joke to me, you feel me? I don't need to be on no camera. You feel me? To do anything. I never have. Never do. It's fun, but I don't have to. That doesn't make me.
And as the president of this company, as a guy driving this ship, the struggle is to begin to recognize when people's personal agendas are getting in the way of the overall agenda of FLOSSIN.
I never say, oh yeah, I'm gonna use FLOSSIN. Now, anytime I throw FLOSSIN out there, I feel like it's benefiting FLOSSIN.
With all reality TV programs, there are people that are coming and there are people that are going. And what I mean by that is some people don't fit, man.
We got a system already in place. Maybe you gonna fit in or you ain't.
Okay, all right, that's fine.
We gonna handle this business or somebody else gonna handle it for you.
When you do not perform, you know, under these kinds of situations, it's like the pressure comes on. Make a decision. Make a decision.
Don't you start attacking me either. You need to back off.
Make a decision. But once you start pushing, I push at that for him. Say, hey man, look, you got to produce some results. First thing he wanted to do is, you know, to start doing this thing. Well, why y'all picking on me?
But everybody yells at me, and I can't being a victim, man. I can't get my point across. You know what? This is just footage, man, but it ain't going on the TV.
This is a people business. If you don't know how to gauge how to interact with people, man, it's gonna eat you up. Crap.
Be quiet, because
You're in my chair.
that's tough.
Kaya is an emotional roller coaster right now.
I have to run around and go out there and the setup, the lighting, and then I need, a stylist or something. So there's a lot on the phone 24/7.
What I hold out for is I want to see some kind of product from any one of them, and I hold out for as long as I can.
We need to be and we're not. You can't communicate to Baba because you gotta go through 20. I'm sick and tired of white people telling me what to do, how to do it, when to do it. I don't hate you people. I'm sorry, I don't.
She keeps complaining about Buku, not going over there with Buku. Keep complaining about working with Troy. There's always these problems. Then it's white people. Then it's this. Then she can't talk to me or can't get to me. She needs this, she needs that. But I ain't seen one thing that she's produced.
Okay now.
Each person will reach their own resolve. They will all reach their own place. You can't deliver this product without some self-assessment. You can't deliver it without self-assessment. And then once you do self-assessment, you got to determine whether or not if you on or out, in or out. It never fails. You know, in a magazine, crunch time is tough on everybody.
So we have pictures but no article. You know, the last time it was we got an article but we got no pictures.
In all actuality, I think you're wasting a bunch of time.
We've got to have it by the drop dead date.
I'm doing my job.
No, you're not. You're minding everybody else's business. That's what you do all the time.
None of these people are experiencing no more difficulties and struggles than I am. None. This is affecting the whole thing. You know, the waiting game, trying to get a cycle or producing a cycle that produces revenue, getting the system moving the way it's supposed to.
If you want to see a result, make that result within yourself.
So you're always pushing the bar. You're always raising the bar. And that's what makes it really exciting. And that's when you separate the boys from the men, you know what I'm saying? So whatever it is y'all choosing to write about, it has to incorporate this consciousness.
Whoever's hot or somebody on top, and they have to be fitting within our, formula if they apply.
I don't want people to believe that FLOSSIN is just one of them frivolous magazines. So anyway, that's where I'm at. I'm out.
This is a $600 microphone. I want to rock right now. I want to rock right now. Cats in the cradle and the silver spoon. Taught out here for a pimp. But it's much harder for hoes.
Talk to him. Hey man, you a superstar, man.
I'm not a superstar, but I got a full drag on him right now because he's real. Some Motown Philly, Boys and Men.
He messing with the vibe.
Yo, come on, man.
I'm gonna take y'all back. Is this the end?
Yes, it is.
Oh, baby.
That's the end.
Log in to flossinmag.com, buy a subscription. Help me keep my job, please.